Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be giving you a review and demo of the Carli Bybel Deluxe palette. Now, I love this palette. Y'all know that I loved the first one. And as you can see, there's different size, some difference in the size, as well as this one has like a silver, the writing and everything on the packaging, and this one has more of the rose gold. And so the packaging is pretty much the same thing. It's like the cardboard white packaging. And as just a little reminder, this is the first Carli Bybel palette. And it had the 10 eyeshadows and the 4 highlighters. And now the Deluxe has 15 eyeshadows and 6 highlighters. Which, you know, you can always use the highlighters as eyeshadows as well. Now, and it also has the mirror. It also has the Aspire to Inspire under the mirror, as the small palette did. But in this, there's some new eyeshadows, and I believe the formula is new. I like the formula of these shadows and highlighters better than I did in the smaller palette. Now this first row, all of these are new eyeshadows. The second row, this one is new, and this is my favorite. And in the bottom row of eyeshadows, the middle one, this brown, like a medium shade of brown, is new. And these two are new highlighters, as well as this one. I believe I'm telling you right on that. But what I like too is these three, like highlighters, these would be good for light skin tones. And these three, you know, would be more suitable to medium to darker skin tones. Which, you know, you can do your own thing and wear them just however you want to. I've done a eye look that I'm wearing right now, and I'll insert that into this video and let you see the eyeshadows that I used and how they performed. But like I said, this formula, I think, is so much, the shades are softer and smoother and more buttery and velvety soft than in the first palette. As good as I loved the first palette. And also another thing, the shades, even though the ones that's in this was supposed to be the same as in this palette, they're not exactly the same shade. For instance, now it's not an extreme difference, but I can tell the difference because I've used in the first Carli Bybel palette, I used these shades a lot. And so this shade, I thought, it's like a medium plummy shade. And I thought was the same, you know, as this row, and that it would be this one. But this shade in the new palette is more of a pinky purple shade, as you can tell the difference. But other than that, I couldn't tell that the shades were really that much different than in the first palette, other than those two. But now, since this palette came out, the first palette has been discontinued. With the first palette, when it was new, I bought 2 of those because I just liked it that good. And for the price. Which with this palette, I think at the beginning it was like $19.95. And now I think that after its initial launch, it is maybe $22.95. Which is still a good price for this palette. And this, I think this quality and everything is very well. It's very good. And what impresses me a lot about Carli Bybel is that she not only makes a palette, but if you watch her videos, she uses her palettes a lot. I know on the first one, like some of these shadows, like the lighter ones and transitions, she hit pan on those. And so, you know, that impresses me that, you know, she made the palette and likes it good enough to use it a lot her own self. You know, so she's not just made a product to sell, but something that she really likes using for her own personal use. And I'm impressed with that. So I'll also give you swatches of these shadows. I'll insert those here as well as the demo. Okay, this is the second eye look that I want to show you using the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette. And you know, I always start with the lightest shade to set my eye primer. I've already primed with my Lorac eye primer. And I just want to set that primer with this lighter shade. Then I'm going to go in with my Sigma E40, and I'm going to go into this light peachy shade and put that as a transition color above the crease of my eye. So that'll help the other colors to blend as I start to build up the color on my eyelid. Now to go directly into the crease, I'm going to take this crown brush, and it is a blending crease. And I'm going to go into this new shade right here that's like a medium brown that is real good for right directly in the crease to deepen up that crease. And I'm going all the way in to the corner of the eye, inside corner. But this is mainly going to be just a neutral look. The other look was more with this top row with the peaches and stuff, which did not come off on camera as good as it looked in person. And where my eyelid kind of folds over, I like to do this to initially get right in there in the crease, but then when I relax my eyelid, then I want to put just a little bit more there so it will show up when my eye is relaxed and you're looking directly. I'm going to go back with that E40 and no extra eyeshadow on it. Kind of raise my eyebrow again and blend that in with that first shade that I used. Then I'm going to use this like champagne color here, and I'm going to take a Sedona Lace eyeshader brush, go into that, put that directly on the eyelid. And I'm going to take this Morphe brush, it doesn't have a number or name, and I'm going to go into this darkest brown and do it in the outer V. Then I want to go back with that E40. With no added product back on it. I'm gonna blend that. Then with that same E40, I'm gonna go back into this peachy shade up here that I started with. Because I feel like after blending that dark, I lost some of that color. So I'm going to go back with this Royal and Lime Nickel flat shader brush, I guess, and go back into this lightest shade and go back and put that a little bit under my eyebrow to raise that back up, lighten it up some. And then I'm gonna go into that color I used on my eyelid and put that in the corner to brighten that up a little. And then I'm gonna take this Jessup short shader brush and I'm going to go into this darkest shade that I used in the outer V and put that on the bottom lash line. To give that some definition. Now I don't go all the way to the inner corner because I feel like that closes your eye in and makes it smaller. So I like to just do it like on like 2/3 of my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go into that medium shade of brown I used in the crease and kind of go back over that slightly right in the middle. And here's the finished look. So that's my review and my little demo of the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette from BH Cosmetics. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.